मैं तो भूल गई तोरी नैना। सो भाई फर्स्ट सेक्शन में मैं तो तुझे भूल गई तोरे नैना, मैं तो भूल गई तोरी नैना, मैं तो भूल गई। मैं तो भूल गई ला 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 ला। मैं तो भूल गई मैं तो तेरी मैं फेंक बैंक में तो तेरे भूल गई। ये लबल हो बोल है सो भाई हम करने वाला है। ये बेल हो शाले शाले तीन तीन लता तेरा तेरा तीता कट कट तीता ये होतर तर में तो check bum bum check bum bum check dun 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 Bangal positive describe. Yalla yalla. सो बेसिकली बघा असं कसं आहे माहिती आहे का, आता आपण रूम नंबर 3मध्ये आलेले आहोत, ज्यामध्ये आपल्याला सायबर सिक्युरिटीचे करिअर स्टार्टिंगला करायचं. ठीक आहे. सो वॉट्स द बिगिनिंग ब्रो, इंट्रोडक्शन, वॉट इज द करिअर इन द सायबर सिक्युरिटी, एक्सप्लोरिंग वॉट दॅट कुड लुक लाईक टू यू फॉर यू. सायबर सिक्युरिटी हॅज मेनी करिअर पाथेस, जसं की फ्रॉम ब्रेकिंग इन टू सिस्टम्स, ओपन सिक्युरिटी, डिफेन्सिव ऑर्गनिझम, डिफेन्स सिक्युरिटी. Okay. You don't need to specify background to start. If you enjoy solving problems, being curious, or understanding how things, then you can the high demand 3.5 millions of unfilled job roles. Then strong salaries, competitive pays, even to entry level. Okay? The field involves fast. Okay? Want to start learning? Are you ready to learn more about the leading and roles in the cybersecurity? Let's begin to check. So, how many unfilled cybersecurity positions there are? Three, three or 3.5 millions, bro, millions. How it's work? Million, bro, million. So those are the simple ones. So little focus about what? Little focus if you are little focus. Curious and love puzzles. Security analysts analytics are often referred to as a digital defender of an organization's and side blue team. Okay, thus papers monitor and investigation and respond to activity taking place on an organization, devices and networking, and plays a significant role in the organization defense. Using their skills, security analytics investigate and piece together potential security incident known as alert taken to decide if further actions is needed. Response approximately ना तो जाना तेरा छोड़ना तू गिरा साहा हरियाणा तू हमें धन सदा तू. Okay, so okay, gala bala bala ho. An example of potential security incident is employee who work in the London office who suddenly locks from another country. That investigation is required. Okay, to determine if this is legitimate. Limited मतलब त्यानंच काय बघायचं इन्व्हेस्टिगेट करायचं ठीक आहे हे आहे सिक्युरिटी अनालिटिक्स जॉब टिपिकली डे ॲज सिक्युरिटी अनालिटिक्स इन्व्हॉल्व्स monitor security activities taking place on the device and network of the organizations, investigating unusual or suspicious activity such as strange logins, striking together information to understand what has happened, when and how, working with other teams to improve the organization defense. Okay, security analytics is job का है. Let's check a security check and security check in the the follow if you are fill the Mac. Okay, so an example of potential security incident employee work London. Okay, so legal security rules of dramatic. A typical day as a security analytics involves. Okay, so वाचून घेतले आपण progressions हाय तो पण बघतो त्याला हाय okay so progression security analytics is a board entry point into defense security with many paths. It's specialized later. You can move into areas like threat hunting, incident response, malware analytics. Hello. Okay, then incident responder handle activities attacks, while malware is analytics examine the tools and codes used by attackers. As the below, security analytics play a significant role in the organization. What? Sky. Okay. If you enjoy this role, could be for you. If you enjoy problem solving and building things. At the high level, security engineers build and maintain the system and process that protect our organizational network and device are known as a architecture of cyber security. For example, security engineers will be responsible for the maintain and instruction detect detection system ideas which can be consist of a security camera with the following organization environment systems like those use a maximum rule and intelligence to detect and prevent the attack from occurring. Okay, occurring attack from occurring. Then, typical day of the security engineer involves designing and maintaining the security systems, uh, keep keeping up to date with the latest and greatest hacker techniques being used, documenting a process and procedure, assi- ex- assessing risk and making secure system and application protecting against the vulnerability. Okay. So हे पण एक सिस्टम आपण संशोधन करून देतो कारण हीच इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. ओके. देन रूल हां ठीक आहे. देन काय असतं डॉक्युमेंटिंग प्रोसेसिंग प्रोसिजर्स आणि असाइनिंग रिस्क अँड मेकिंग शुअर सिस्टम अँड ॲप्लिकेशन्स आर प्रोटेक्ट अगेन्स्ट vulnerability. तर लेट्स चेक प्रोग्रेशन्स काय आहेत ऑलरेडी. इन्स्ट्रक्शन डिटेक्शन सिस्टम म्हणजे कोणती इन्स्ट्रक्शन कुठे गेली. इन्स्ट्रक्शन डिटेक्शन सिस्टम चेक इट. गो हेड. सो पेंटेस्टिंग टेस्टिंग तुम्हाला माहिती असेल की भाई आर यू मेथॉडिकल अँड क्युरियस म्हणजे मेथडिक राहायचं म्हणजे मेथड राहायचं पण क्युरियस असेल की भाई हाय काय फोडायचं बघायचं. ठीक आहे, चेक करायचं फुटते का बघायचं. ते फुटलं की सांगायचं असं. यू मे बी हिअर टेस्टिंग रेफर ॲज अ टेस्टिंग or ethical hacking. Okay. So pen tester job to check how security companies system and software are by trying safely trying to break into them. Okay, so then they such a search what you may be appear okay. The search of weakness and vulnerability about the system and test it if those can be exploited just like a real hacker would, but in the safe and controlled way. Everything is done under the agreement between the company and the pen tester. This process will be known as a engagement. What tester follow when testing ammunition for weakness? Sure, tester is following what process do. What process do testers follow when the testing weakness? What process? एक्सप्लॉइट करते अजून काय करते विकनेस काय करते फाईंड करते तुझं कंट्रोल वे एव्हरीथिंगचं अंडर द ॲग्रीमेंट. Okay, let's check it. What procedure? Okay, let's check it. काय आहे ते? So the result एंगेजमेंट. ओके हां, एंगेजमेंट करता ठीक आहे. म्हणजे काय करतं माहिती आहे का, त्यांनी जेव्हा त्याची प्रोसेस होते ना, टू द टेस्टर फॉलो वेन द टेस्टिंग इन द ऑर्गनायझेशन विकनेस, तर त्यांनी एक प्रोसेस करतात. काय करतात तर एंगेजमेंट म्हणतात. ठीक आहे, एंगेजमेंट. ओके, एंगेजमेंट. ओके, सो द रिझल्ट ऑफ द टेस्ट हेल्प द कंपनी टू understand the risk and address problem before the real crime happens. A typical day of the pen testers testing a security companies can include computer system, network, website, platform security assessment, and audit security policies. Analyzing the result, create a report, and advise to the organization how to prevent attacks from the occupations. So, pen testers is strong starter for the offensive security. You can in the area of network, web application testers later in the red team, whether it's long term or short term. So it's engagement. So we can type it in a engagement. Okay? Let's check it. Is correct? I think so. Yes, it's correct. Absolutely right for that. Complete or interactive career quiz. Okay, let's start now. With new technology, I like. With new technology, I like testing. Okay. इथं आपल्याला विचारलेलं आहे की समजा तुम्ही वर्किंग वेन वर्किंग ऑन अ ग्रुप आय वॉट यू डू आय रिव्यू माय टीममेट्स व मेक श्योर थिंग्स आर ऑन टाइम टू गिवन टास्क आय थिंक सो नो नो ठीक आहे माय फ्रेंड्स थँक्स their emails have been hacked. I first try and figure out how the hacker got in. No, let's defend it. Okay, check for login attempts and alert to. Okay, so काय करता check the login attempts and alert to confirm the hack. The password. You are the security analyst. ठीक है, security analyst help protection by designing improving safety measures against cyber threat. Okay, security analyst. आपण security analyst. Okay, they review the networks, discover useful hindsight and suggestion actions to work with different team and stakeholders to review and improve the company cybersecurity. Create a regular reports about network safety, explaining any security problems found and the actions, then fix them. Develop security plans, including suggest learning paths. So let's check out. नेटवर्किंग. आता आपण एक मोठ्या पॉईंटवर आलेलो आहोत की व्हॉट इज नेटवर्किंग. ठीक आहे. सो नेटवर्किंग काय आहे बघा. नेटवर्किंग म्हणजे काय. नेटवर्किंग सिम्पल थिंग कनेक्ट व्हायचं बस नेटवर्क. सो फॉर एक्झाम्पल युअर फ्रेंड्स सर्कल्स आर you are all connected because of similar interact interests, hobbies, skills and short. Okay, network can be found in all walks of life, like a city public transport system, infrastructure such as a national power grid of electricity, बरोबर. Meeting and greeting your neighbors, network बनवतो आहे. ठीक आहे. पोस्टल सिस्टम फॉर सेंडिंग लेटर्स वगैरे वगैरे त्यासाठी नेटवर्कच असते. बाई नेटवर्क इज इम्पॉर्टंट. Like more specifically, networking in the same idea and just disparate to technology devices. Take your phone as example and the room. So example is looking, I think in rules. In the computing, a network can be formed by anywhere from two devices to billions. The device include everything from your laptop, phone, security camera, traffic lights, even farming. Networking are inside in your our everyday life, but it gathering data from weather, delivering electricity to homes, even determine who has the right way at the road, because networking are so immediate in the modern days. Networking is networking is a essential concept in the cyber security. Okay, so take a diagram. Before example, Alec, Bob, and Jean was in the network. Okay, what is it? He's sending later. He interested. Network comes in all shapes and size, which is something that we will also have to discuss through about it. What is the key term? Devices are connected together. Networking will just go network. तुम स्वामी हो तुम वहीं तुम साथ हो चुत नहीं तुम शांत हो तुम. Who will be invented world wide web? So just check. What is networking पढ़ लिया कि भाई वो कनेक्शन होता है नेटवर्किंग इंटर टू क्या होता है, ठीक है. सो लेट्स कनेक्ट नाउ. व्हाट वी लर्न व्हाट इज नेटवर्किंग एंड how one is defined in the computing. Just device connected. Let's explore to the internet. Okay. The internet is one giant network that consists of many small networks within the itself. Okay, networking is the internet within itself. Using our example from previous tasks, let's now imagine that Alec made some new friends named Zion and Tube. Okay, so that she want to introduce a Bob and Jean. The problem that Alec is only one person who speaks same language to baby. So Alec will be how the messenger. Okay, because Alink can speak both languages, they can communicate one another through the Alinks forming the new network. Okay? The first interaction of the network internet was with ARPANET project. It's the late 1960s. This project was funded by the United States Defense Department as what the first document in the action. However, it was until 1989 when the internet has we know it was invented by the Tim Berners-Lee by the creating the World Wide Web (WWW). It wasn't until this point did Tim Berners-Lee. Okay. So internet start to be uh, used to response repositories for storing and sharing information just like it is today. So let's related to Alec network, the friend will be get devices that internal tools. So ये इसका नेटवर्क है. So ये क्या है उसका नेटवर्क, ये सर्वर है, ठीक है. नेटवर्क और ये सर्वर है. सो सर्वर इंटरनेट से कनेक्ट होता है, ठीक है. इंटरनेट को भेजता है, ठीक है. नेटवर्क तो सर्वर कनेक्ट है तो ये इंटरनेट को भेजता है, ये दूसरे सर्वर कनेक्ट होता है, ठीक है. ऐसा होता है. Previously stated, internet is made up of many small networks. The small network are called as a private networks. The small networks called public network or the internet. So recap network to private network. Devices will be used set a lab. You are signing for the sales in one task below. Okay. So this type name, Bemlink, check it. Then next, identify. Oh, understand what is it? IP address information प्रोटोकॉल और इंटरनेट प्रोटोकॉल, इसको भी बोलते हैं भाई, इसको भी बोलते हैं इंटरनेट प्रोटोकॉल, आईपी एड्रेस को. सो लेट्स टॉक अबाउट दैट. ओ भाई 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 ऑक्टेट इस सेक्शन से क्या बोलते हैं, मतलब आई पी एड्रेस वो क्या है, इंटरनेट प्रोटोकॉल, इस सेक्शन को वो क्या बोलते हैं, ऑक्टेट। ऑक्टेट, रुक जा फिर भी बस स्पेलिंग चेक कर लूँगा। ऑक्टेट बराबर, लेट्स चेक, इट्स ट्रू। How many sections in the digital does IPv4 address have? IPv4 मध्ये किती ॲड्रेस असतात, ठीक आहे, किती सेक्शन्स असतात, ठीक आहे. Those have how many sections? IPv4, the MAC, TAC. IPv4 मध्ये 1 2 3 असतात, ठीक आहे. ओके 4 सेक्शन असतात, ठीक आहे ना, 4 सेक्शन असतात. ओके ऑक्टा 4 मॅक का ॲड्रेस का आहे तो मीडिया ॲक्सेस कंट्रोल. Media access control, then deploy an interactive lab using the view site button. Smooth your MAC address to access site. What is the flag? Okay, let's check it out. So just when we start, so to communicate the maintain the order, device must be both identified and identifiable. Identifying and identifiable on the network. What use it is if you don't know? Okay, you were talking at the end of the day. Okay, right now, devices on the network are very similar to human in the fact of you have two ways to being identified. Okay, our name and our fingerprints, right? Now we can change our name through the dead pole, but we can't however change your fingerprint. Even every human has a individual set of fingerprint, which means that even if you change their name, there's still identity behind it. Device have the same thing. Two means two means of identification which will be permeable. Those are IP address and MAC address. Okay, media access control. So and think of this as being similar to the serial number. Okay, briefly, an IP address is internet protocol address can be used as a way to identify a host of your network for a period of time. What that IP address can be associated with another device without the IP address changing. First, let's split your Priestly what an IP address is in the diagram below. ऑक्टा 1मध्ये 0 to 255 पर्यंत राहते. देन ऑक्टा सेकंडमध्ये 0 to 255 पर्यंत जाते. त्याच्यानंतर काय 0 to 255 जाते, ठीक आहे. 168 पुन्हा 11 असं राहू शकतं, ठीक आहे. 192 168 11 असं राहू शकतं, ठीक आहे. अँड आय पी ॲड्रेस इज सेट ऑफ नंबर्स दॅट आर डिवाइड इंटू 4 ऑक्टा. ओके, 4 ऑक्टामध्ये डिवाइड असतात ते. दॅट व्हॅल्यू of each octal will be summarized to the IP address of the devices on the network. This number is calculated through the technique known as IP address and addressing and subnetting. But that is the another day. That is for another day. What important to understand that IP address can be changed from the devices, but cannot be actively simultaneously more than once within the same network. Okay? IP address follow the state of standard known as a protocol. ठीक है. and those protocols are the backbone of the network and force main devices to communicate in the same language, which means you take off that and let's check it out what is going on here. Oh, आहे कोणत्या आवाज आहे बघ. So what is networking मध्ये आपण इथं पडलं तर IP address follow the set of standards known as protocols. Okay, protocol, those are the protocols are the backbone of the networking and force many devices to communicate the same language, which is the something that we will be come on to another time. However, we should recall that device can be on both private and public network, depending on where the are will determine that will be type of address IP address they have in public or private address. Okay. Then a public address is used to identify the device on the internet, where the private address is usually identify a device amongst other device. Take a table and a screenshot below and sample. Okay. like a screenshot of that. ठीक आहे आय पी ॲड्रेस प्रायव्हेट कोणते कोणते आहे ठीक आहे देन हे असं असतं ठीक आहे टू डिफरंट विल बी एबल टू यूज देअर